We have tried a lot. We spend a lot of money on different therapies, whether it's insurance covered or not insurance covered. We spend a lot of non-insurance money for therapies that we've tried and medications that we've tried. And it was getting to that point where it's like, at some point, we just won't have the funds to keep trying different things. And really, nothing had a dent. None of those prior therapies, whether conventional or unconventional, made any dent. So it was getting to that point where it's like, we have to start making very challenging decisions and decisions that are, it's like, are we going to try this therapy? Are we not going to try this? But you don't want to not try something.
So we called the institute. Then we interviewed. I did first, I think, or were we both there, with Forrest. And then he listened to our story, and his head was continuously shaking, going, yep, this is familiar. And when Brian spoke about the RADS part, I mean, that term was always just kind of thrown out there before, and it kind of, for lack of a better word, freaked out a lot of therapists that said, we just don't want to go there. You know, we're going to try everything else first, because it is such something that's not known by a lot of people, I don't think, and a lot of therapists don't understand it, and what it really means, and how that child has been affected and how that affects the family. So it was a great feeling when, you know, Forrest was just agreeing with us and understanding where we were at, because for me at least, we walked out of that going, this is a place of hope, where we weren't given that before. So
then we got on the waiting list, and it was about 3 or 4 months, probably 4 or 5 month wait before we could actually get assigned with a treatment family and have our son go full-time into the program.
You know, it wasn't an easy time waiting, because, you know, it wasn't, okay, we're waiting and things are starting to heal. No, you know, there was still, the violence was still going on, the threatening was still going on. And then, you know, Forrest and saw that, and it's like, you know, we're trying to get you in. But there's such limited space because the host family need to be very special people to be able to take on such a thing. So
now our son is in the full program, which means he's living with practice parents full time. So and we have a phone call with him once a week, and we have a Skype therapy session with him once a week. But outside of that, so he doesn't live in our house now. And I think it's a two-sided coin. I think on the one hand, it's great for us, right? We're back to being a couple, and that's relaxing, right? Life is back to normal a little bit from that regard, right? You know, in a sense, it's back to before we had him in our house. On the other side, it's kind of dealing with the loss, right? It's at this point, he's out of our house.
You know, and like Brian said, it's a loss, and there's moments that, yeah, I long for him, but I know it's where he needs to be. It's amazing to me when I think about it that, you know, this process, this institute, there's nothing else like that, and we have hope. We have hope that there could be a better future. And as any parent, we're going to do as much as we can.
Really?
And then when we have our therapy appointments, the practice periods are, you know, picking out things and seeing it. And I'm like, really? Okay. It makes, you know, some later like, yeah, wow, they really can pick it out just like that. Yeah, and they can see it and they know exactly why to react. But from a mom standpoint, I want to sit and I want to protect him and say, no, he's not manipulating you. He's trying to do, and he's trying to explain himself, because that's just typically what you do as a mom. And they're like, no, he's manipulating you. And it's like,
you can't detach yourself.
Yeah, I can't detach. And that's where the Institute helped us realize that, it wasn't us. We weren't bad parents. We did everything we could possibly do, but it's because there's that attachment piece of us wanting to attach with him so badly and wanting him to be in our life, because he is an adopted child and we couldn't have children. So it was like, we wanted him so bad. And so that we're in those things, he's manipulating me and I don't even see it because I'm just doing it out of pure love.
But I think good parenting was never going to solve it.
No. No, it wasn't. It's a different approach. And it still amazes me how they can pick it out and I'm seeing it as, no, I'm just being a caring mom. I'm trying to understand. No. He's manipulating you. He's doing it to get you to feel on his side.
But part of it is that seeing us as his parents, he's always reacted differently to us and to other authority figures.
Correct.
So I think other people have been able to have influence and provide structure that to some extent we never could, because it wasn't just about that. It wasn't just about following a set of rules. It was that he was reacting to us differently because we were in a different role as his parents and as his mom. And there's something else deeper about that we couldn't ever really, I don't think we would have ever really fixed it, even if we'd followed all the rules.
Exactly.
I don't think because it was reacting to us differently based
Hence
on
the reason he has to be out of the home.
Yeah.
And that's what the Institute made us realize, that, he has to be out of the home because you're just he's going to react different. He's got to be rebooted. Rebooted and start from the beginning where he learns. Like that, rebooted?
Yeah, we need a reset button.
Reset button.